Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Matt Capper. This is another video on Watcher of Realms. Today, I want to give to you my wish list for Christmas, my Christmas wish list for Moonton, for this game, for 2025. I also, by the way, hopefully Friday I will post a review, a one-year review of the game, having played the game for 1 year, just going through the wonders. Oh, look at that, two beautiful looking just going through all the wonders of the game and what I think of it and what sort of things I am looking forward to for the next year. Hopefully I'll keep playing. So that'll be that video. This video is going to give five, no particular order, five wish list of 5 things I hope that they add to the game. These are features, game modes, everything, quality of life, you name it. So I'm going to come up with 5 that I think are worthy, and perhaps you will agree. But before we get to there, for the sake of engagement, please consider putting a wonderful little subscribe button and subscribing to the channel if you're not already. Please thumbs up if you like the content. Thumbs up if you don't like the content. I mean, I'm not going to complain. And for the sake of engagement, throw a little comment down there. What is your top 1 wish list item that they would add to this game? It could be a feature, it could be a quality of life, it could be a new game mode. Let me know in the comments down below. Without further ado, let's talk about my 5 completely non-in order items I want to see within this game. Now, I also want to mention they've already added quite a few, which is nice. They added the marketplace was improved. The fact that they added the remainder shops here, these last 2 shops here, is amazing. So they've done a lot of these things, and the filters, the aggressive filters, the selling filters, all that stuff they've added. But there's one thing I'd like to see, and this will be my number 5, and that comes around gear rolling. There's a cell. This screen is the screen I want. I want them to revamp this from a sell screen to a management screen, which you can click on to sell stuff here, but also allows you to roll from this screen without having to worry about accidentally selling anything. This is the absolute best place to see and find everything I'm looking for in the game. I do like that they added this. Once you have all the gear stuff put in, it just makes things a lot easier there. Hopefully I have my filters built correctly, or else, oh my god. But I can see all the pieces that I have. These are all the pieces on the account that need to be rolled. Say I'm going on an event. I don't want to have to go into a character, check every little play. I want to just do it here. I want to click on this. I want to run it to 12, see what numbers I get, and then sell it or keep it or whatever. This is where I should be able to do that. Please give me the opportunity to roll. Make this a gear management screen that is independent of characters. Maybe we have it from the front page. I mean, this thing, you kind of unbusied it. You got lots of room on this bottom here. Put one here that just says gear management, gear. And then I can get to that screen where I can sell if I put it in sell mode, or I can manage, meaning I can unequip, equip, or I guess equipping is a little bit much, but unequip it, and more importantly, I can roll my gear from right there. So that's number 5. That's not number 5. That's just we're in random order. I'm not going to do a countdown. But if I were going to do a countdown, number 4 would be a little change in the Forge. This thing has bothered me since it came out. It has proven how completely inept the feature is, and it's frankly a little bit, I would almost say, embarrassing that they haven't even looked at it, and I don't know if they've even acknowledged it. But the recast feature in this game is terrible. It is absolutely terrible. First off, I can't recast mythic gear, mythic ancient gear, which I guess on its surface level makes sense. Why would you be able to recast it? Because it's already going to be high value. But the thing is, now I don't know if you knew this, but gear appears to be predetermined, which means the second this hits the account, it's predetermined on the quality level it's going to be. Now, it's not guaranteed to be anything good, bad on individual stats, but this one was always going to roll well, and then it randomly, how well? So this was always going to be a top tier piece. How well a top tier piece remains to be seen. Another example, I don't know if I have a whole lot because I don't normally keep them, but this is a perfect example. This one was always determined to roll poorly. Now, I got lucky because I got 2 purples out of it, but it was always determined to be in this kind of lower range, and then with a variant of luck, of RNG, to get these high rolls that otherwise could have been all 4 and been an immediate sell, as it is, it's probably a sell. This one was always predetermined to be in that mid range. Again, I could have gotten lucky, could have gotten a couple purples, but we didn't. These are predetermined. It's been all but proven in this game, which is why the gear recasting hammer is broken. It's fundamentally flawed because the piece is already predetermined. If I were to take and roll one of these pieces, like this one here, there is no chance, or next to no, virtually impossible, to get better overall piece if I recast this piece. I might get crit rate down here and speed up here and attack bonus here. All 4 of them might be down below. But because this piece has been predetermined not to be a high quality piece like this one, I will never recast better, or next to never. We've done this on the test server. I've gone through hundreds of hammers to get a 1 in 50 chance, a 1 in 30 chance to improve a piece of gear that had the right stats, but is objectively bad overall rolls. This is another example right here. This one here, there's no point using these. I use 7 hammers on this. I have a much better than 70, 80, 90% chance that it's going to be equally poor a result. You either have to fix that. You either have to fix the predetermined. But honestly, in this world, knowing that they're predetermined when they drop, but the fact that it is or isn't predetermined is random based on seeds, I'm a little bit skeptical on that, given all we've known about summoning. The gear, I'm a little bit concerned with, but that's a different story for a different time. For now, I just say, look, I don't want you to fix the predetermined because you can get good gear, you can get bad gear. That's RNG. Just if it happens to be in a bucket, like I always think of buckets, Fastidious always talks about, it lands in the poor bucket, the medium bucket, the good bucket, the high end bucket, and then that's random based on percentages. There's a 10% chance it'll be the high bucket. There's a 1% chance it'll be the great bucket. There's a 30% chance it'll be the mid bucket, and a 70% chance it'll be the bad bucket. If that's the case, I'm okay. But then this refining hammer should be retooled so that it will always improve the piece, and then you can only improve a piece 3 times or something like that. Another thought is like this one here, for example. The recast hammer should guarantee it runs in this kind of middle range. If you can see where my arrow is running, that third bar, all 4 of these pieces should be on either side of that third bar with a percent chance that it'll go into like mid to high purple, and with a minuscule 0.5 or something, or 0.05 or whatever you want to do, a minuscule chance that we will get gold out of it. But these things are far too valuable, far too scarce for it to be terrible on predetermined gear. The reality is, how these work right now, my best odds is to reroll this piece, believe it or not. Because it's already a high bucket piece, it's already going to roll 4 strong stats, and I might get lucky and get, say, attack bonus to golden. I think I have a better chance of improving this piece through from recast than I do this piece, which is not how it should work. That is not fundamentally how it should work. So I want this to be, that's number 4. We're not doing a countdown, but if we were doing a countdown, this would be number 4. Okay? Number 3, I would like the opportunity to speedrun gear raids. Now, here's my thought on this. It would be a new feature within Gear Raid that would be called Challenge Mode. It wouldn't change what it drops. It wouldn't change anything. It would just be Stage 21 Challenge Mode. You have to have beaten Stage 21. You have to have beaten it with 3 stars. You have to have the ability to have Power of Dominance. And then you put on Challenge Mode. Now, Challenge Mode would increase the speed at which enemies would spawn and start to fight you, right? So that you would have to have stronger champions, better gear, better timings in order to beat these stages faster. And the net result you just have a faster run. I always thought the best thing Raid ever did was have a dungeon that you could continually improve your timing on. One of the biggest things that people spend a lot of time, effort is coming up with combinations of champions and quality of gear to speed run, say, Dragon from 2 minutes down to 30 seconds, down to 19 seconds. That was all the high-end players and all the big whales. That's where they spent so much of their resources, and they kept retooling their champions to make faster times, especially on things like Fire Knight, which took a lot longer, especially when they brought in the hard mode dungeons. That, I think, is something that's missing here, and it's because the nature of tower defense makes it very difficult to speedrun, because spawns happen on timings in a tower defense game, as they should. Otherwise, it would overwhelm you way too quickly, and you'd never be able to pass the stages. But as a fun bonus, the challenge mode would allow you to try to lower those times by having them spawn quicker, maybe take less of a timer until they come at you, all these different things. And it would require some challenges. It would require some testing. It would require some real thought to make sure that you're not doing everything too quickly so that it's impossible, that it would be a challenge. But then you could shave a minute off your time if you're really good and were able to do that. I think that would be fun mode. What do you think of that one? I think it would be a fun mode. Be good to go. So that's number 3. I got 2 left. I want a mode in this game that acts more like squad RPGs. I think that'd be fun, because these are all tower defense RPGs. I think it would be interesting. I know it would have to be a whole new game mode. And it may not be possible, but this is my wish list. I'm allowed to wish for it if we can. Wouldn't it be neat if there was one mode that, if you've played Raid or you've played King Arthur or any of these, where your champions with their abilities are now based on the timing, and their speed determines their order in going, and you would have a squad RPG, which is adding 4 or 5 people to your team that would take on waves of, say, 4 or 5 of the same champions on a stage. I think that would be fun. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're right and I'm an idiot, but I think that would be fun. What are your thoughts on that one? Now, my final wish is gear management. They've improved immensely on the whole gear management, everything. The filtering from this screen right here is better. This filtering allows you to do so much. If I want to find what needs to be done, that's good. If I want to find ones that have been done and somehow I got missed on selling them, I can do that. Like, this is all so vastly improved. But there's one thing that still drives me bonkers that I still think needs to be vastly improved, and at this point, they have not done. When I have a whole bunch of pieces, I go in here and I can sell, right? I can do quick select. I have all my gear set as it is. We've cleaned up, so I don't have anything that I don't have to roll. But now, if this was, instead of a sell screen, a gear management screen, then I could switch from sell to manage, and I could roll these pieces. And if I wanted to, I could find pieces that were on someone and I could take them off them. Instead of having to go to them, I could just, from here, if I don't have the lock gear, right, I could see gear that was on someone, and I could just click here and say unequip. Or if it's one, like I said, that wasn't enhanced, I could just go here and I could enhance it. A gear management screen, and you've already got the screen. I just need to be able to roll gear from here and manage gear from here. That's what I want. You guys have done so well with the quick select, with the creating all these gear pieces. Love all of that, but that's my number one wish, more than anything and everything in the game, is to give this a gear management overhaul that allows me to manage my gear, not just sell it, from this very screen. That's it for me. That's what I have. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, write what you think is the number one piece you'd love to see in this game. And that's all I have for you. I hope you're having a great Christmas season. And I hope you're having fun with the Frost Fall Jamboree and all the different stuffage. And look at that. I got another scroll exploration. We got to do another one. Restore your stamina with this potion. Always be vigilant. Participate in arena 3 times. Okay, well, we can do that. And most importantly, please be kind, be safe, and we'll see you in the next video.